Still testing things. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just working on a few things. Dashboard, close, settings. Okay. I cannot figure out how to get back to where I changed the name of the stream. The YouTube interface is not the best. Okay, so somehow, okay, it's dashboard, stream now, basic info. Okay. Just trying to figure out right now, update this. Hopefully, where do I save? Is there a save button? Is this auto saved? Maybe it's auto saved? We don't even know. We don't even know. If I click advanced settings, all changes saved, so it's auto saved. Stream health is yellow. Why is stream health yellow? Okay, so one thing I wanted to do was basically add images. If we look at the current version of our app, let me see if I can open a new window here and show you guys. So we'll go to Google Play. Whilst it feeds me, hopefully it will show up. So you can see when a user views the list of events, it's just like a wall of text. Like, I want to add like an image in here somehow. So the first thing we can do is we need to figure out, is there any way we can get an image for our app? And then what do we want, kind of like and I can hear myself talking. So when we get here, you know, where should it be? Normally you would have like an image or some kind of icon over here on the left, and then maybe some details. So we can mock that up. Maybe we want to put it over here and just balance out the event details button, which is kind of crazily over here. And maybe we want to move actually the event details button up here, and then balance the image here. Let's see if there are any apps that we can use as a reference for our design. So let's go to Meetup. Let's search for Meetup. What does Meetup look like when they list their event list? So they did these mini cards with an image in the background. They have the title of it, and then they have the date down here. So maybe we'll do something like that. So like title, or event title, event group, image behind it. I don't think that that's going to be the best fit for our cards, but let's see if we can go with something like that. What's another event, or let's see what material design shows for that. So we'll go to material.io and let's look at what cards show, what a list of cards would show. Okay, let's go to design. I haven't been here in a while, but we can do stuff like maybe layout. Maybe it's in here. Pixel density. Okay, this is just kind of overview stuff. Let's try something else. We want to find material design list view. Hopefully this will give us, okay, so lists. So usage, logical, actionable, consistent. So we can see that this is like a 3-line list item is probably what we want to mimic. So we'll do stuff like an image on the left, a title, and then perhaps some details. Let's see if they have anything as an example here that is related to events. They don't, but we can maybe use something like this. Like we can do event image, event title, and perhaps the first section of the description, and then a button over here for like more details. Kind of like this. Yes, this is good. Alright, so we've figured out what our design is, and let's just, so we don't get lost, let's take a picture of this. Select a region. This is kind of the design we want to follow here. So that'll save to our desktop. Okay, things are a little bit slower because I'm streaming at a pretty high bit rate. Everything looks good though. Let's see what our usage is like. Our usage is pretty high, but that's okay. I'm going to close out a few things here on my side, just to cut down on resources. Okay, so we've got some ideas of what our layout wants to, what we want our layout to be. Second thing we want to do is see, can we get this data anywhere? You know, like, do we have a link to an image that someone could specify for an event? So let's go to the Meetup API docs and let's see if we can find anything there. Okay. And then I think we're using v3. Let's check out. Let's look up our Meetup data source. Go. Do we have an interface here for Meetup? Yeah, we do. So let's see what we specify here. This isn't the cleanest setup, right? I'm just using a direct URL and hard coding, or basically URL and basically hard coding everything aside from the Meetup key. Normally we'd want to put this in an interceptor and make these variables. And I'm hard coding the search terms. Again, we would want to make these search terms dynamic. This is kind of just a quick and dirty way. Then I'm returning an observable as opposed to a single. So there's some opportunities for improvement here. Okay, but what I really was looking at was like, we're using version 2 of the Meetup API. So let's see what version 2 shows. And the reason why I think I used version 2 was that the API was a little bit easier to use. But now that we're looking at the API again, let's see what v3 is like. Get a listing of all meetups hosted by a target group. So how do we do a global search on the v2 API? Can we even do that? Yes, we can. We can do find upcoming events. Are we able to put in search terms? Yes, we are. Full text search query. So if we can try it in the console. Let's show the response to this. Success. And what if we try to use this pizza, provided we use our search terms here? Does it give us all the pizza and everything that we want? I don't know, does it? Let's see. What was the name of that field that we were looking for? Text. Do we get only events with pizza in it? That's a good question. Let's go look through our results. Ooh, yes. Let's see. So we could even probably switch to v3, but so here's a WooCommerce Q&A session in Project Dojo, Monday 25th. So that's coming up tomorrow. But let's see what else we got with this event. Did we get anything related to an image, waitlist count, RSVP count, venue, word? So it's part of the WordPress group meetup. URL name, Austin WordPress. So I imagine we can get an image for this group here. So let's see how we can make a group call with our API. So we've got this, and then the Austin WordPress group meetup. Wait, where did this image come from? Oh, they embedded this image. So this is a Capital Factory background. But let's click the WordPress group meetup, and they've got this cool, clever image here. So that means there's probably some way to get. Let's take this group detail here. I'm just going to throw it in a JSON viewer. See if there's any. Whoa! Hopefully that wasn't anything important. And here we go. Tree viewer. Okay, so we can see we've got an object with an array of key value pairs. ID. That's what we're going to want. So let's go back over to our API console, and I press back, but really we didn't need to. Let's see if there's a v3 for events. Not for events, for groups. Is there a get on ID? No, there's not. There's a get on URL name. What does this take? It takes an ID. No, that's a category ID. What about our group ID? We don't even know. Let's see. Maybe if we go to try it out. Where was the try it out? Try it in the console. So URL name. Is that going to give us a WordPress meetup? No, it's not. We have to actually do this. Austin WordPress. Why it doesn't use IDs? So I think they want us to, maybe we can use the fields to show an ID, fields of optional fields to pin to the response. Okay, so that's just kind of a free flow. So let's do our URL name. Hopefully we get back our Austin WordPress results, and we do. So let's take this thing, and you know what? We can do this. Let's see if this works. JSON viewer. Can we load a URL here? Yeah, we can. Does it work? Yes, it works. But we're looking for an image where's our image? Photo, high-res link. That's not what we want. And I guess we could do that, but maybe that is a, maybe we do want to use that. That's, I think this is more compelling. But you know what? This is probably what they intended people to use. And they've got a thumb link here. So what is the difference between these two? So let's open this one. Let's see how it... Whoa! So that's the high-res one. So high-res, what... Let's see what the... So it's 6.22 KB. Or 6,400 bytes. Let's see what the low-res one. That's not too big. So how much space do we actually... What? Did I overwrite that field? I did overwrite that field with some data. So this one, if we go to the image, is the low-res one bigger than the high-res one? Is that what we just saw? So if I go to thumb, and I go to view spec element, can we get that details here? I don't know if we can. View image info, 6,700 bytes. And if I go to the high res view image info, 6,400 bytes. So the thumbnail, I guess I could see thumbnail being high res because it has to fit in a smaller spot, but that's just weird. The thumbnail takes up more space than the high res. So you never know what you're going to get. Well, you know what? It's 10:30. I need to go for a run. What we found out today is we found out, hey, our Meetup API, it can provide us an image for the group. And what we can do is we can use that. We took a snapshot of what we might copy for our, ooh, I got so much stuff on my desktop. And I saved it here anyways, so let's figure it out. I don't know where it went, actually. Maybe documents. Well, this is insane. It went somewhere, trust me. Well, maybe I still have the website open. Material.io is where we wanted to go. And we have it here. So this is kind of what we wanted to do. We would have group here, group image here, probably date over here, title of the event, and then a brief description, and then I might put a button somewhere that's like event details, and that loads basically the website or the app if you have it installed on your phone for that particular event. And that way you can RSVP or get the full details, join the group if that's necessary. Alright, so what we found out is we found out kind of a design that we wanted to follow, and maybe I'll mock that up in my spare time. And then we found out that the Meetup API can give us an image if we go get the group for the event, and then we can use that as the image. Let's see, do events have any kind of image thing? Description, page, fields, no earlier than, no later than, attendance count, comment count, description, images. So if we do event by ID, we can maybe get the images. So let's go back to that. Maybe we can just get it right here. So let's go back to our search. Where was our search here? Find upcoming events. I think that's what we were looking for. We're just gonna try it now. We're gonna do pizza because we're looking for, where's our text? Oh look, autofill. There we go. Boom. Let's actually use our, whoa. Let's use our tree viewer here. And actually, in Firefox, you can look at it really easy like this. So let's go see if we get any images here. No. But we can get an ID for the event. And then we can use this API and see if it gives us any images. So let's go. What did the documentation say about the image? Where were we earlier? Was it here? Let's search for the word image. Description images. Only supported for get event ID. So where do we have that here? I don't even see that unless there's a v3 just events. There's not really, is there? Try this here. Let's try it. I don't know if both of these are required or just one. Yep. So we got to get the group ID to dang, and it's actually the URL name. So let's find the URL name. Do we have any description images here? I don't see any. And look, the API it says to use is deprecated, so let's try it though. Let's grab our event ID. I need to figure out how to get you guys to be able to listen to music that I'm listening to. And then let's see if there's an image. So the v2 deprecated API we could use to get an image. I say we just rely on the group image for now. Oh, we never saved it, so boom. There we go. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go for a run. See ya.